There are some things you really don't have to pay full price for. I get it, but sometimes you just need to.
You know what you don't have to pay full price for?
The dude do? I saw that one coming.
All right, who wants to go? Welcome to True Story, bro. The geeks of comedy are here again for you for another week with a whole bunch of stuff. Tonight, we are going to do something different. We're going to start with a question from a fan.
All right, just for better reference. Son of a bitch, fuck this goddamn phone. All right. Just for better reference. Let me ask the entire question. Dave Malone on YouTube said, hey, can I ask a question as you guys are Star Wars fanatics? As guys who were not born when it first came out, what was the movie that you first connected with and realized this was special for you? I went to the first one when it came out in the cinema in 1977. Goddamn. At the age of 12, and I can still remember the feeling that this was something that would change movies forever.
Wow.
He's not right. He's not wrong. Mm-hmm. I can vividly remember how I felt when I got home. I'm interested to know if it was the first one, even though more sophisticated special effects came out in the ones that came out later in your lifetime. By the way, I played R2-D2 in a school play in 1998. Because I was the smallest in the class, or maybe the most talented. Winky face.
All right.
So basically, which was the movie that spoke to you the most, that made you feel like, yo, this is something special? Who wants to take it first?
I'll go because I got Empire Strikes Back. I get, it's weird. It's weird because it's like I seen it on TV. I didn't see it in theaters.
Well, no kidding. It came out in
1977.
Yeah. No. The first one came out in 77. This came out in 1981. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
It's 80 or 81, one of those.
Yeah. So I saw Empire Strikes Back on TV. And Return of the Jedi, it was on TV as well. That was the first time I had really glimpsed into Star Wars. But it didn't. I guess the Return of the Jedi pretty much did it because I actually got to see like the whole thing, knowing that who his father is and everything like that. But what really spoke to me was probably like Episode 1, because we finally got a Black Jedi.
Get the fuck out!
That's the only reason, really.
I mean, shit.
Especially how horrible that goddamn movie was.
I liked it,
but just because,
I liked Episode 1. Don't jump on me because I like something, please.
But just because Samuel L. motherfucker Jackson.
Good motherfucking choice, motherfucker.
Was in that motherfucker with a purple fucking lightsaber.
You don't know it's purple until Episode 2.
Well, because from that battle, right? Yeah, and the only reason why they gave him a purple lightsaber was just because he could put himself out on the screen.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious to me how much
Darth Maul was something completely different.
He was in that. He was in Episode 1.
Yes, he was.
Did you go see that in theaters?
Yeah, when after the fact, like you could get in, like because it was
sold out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, 4 if you want to be technical, like depending on where you're at. Like,
you know what? Yeah, I kind of remember that.
It was like once I get in, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm stuck. I can't move.
like basically it was like it's been like at the time it was like 30 years since Star Wars have been on big screen, and people were going fucking nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, nigga. What a fucking franchise.
Mind you, New York had multiple theaters in the area, not just on 42nd. So it was kind of crazy. So yeah.
So episode 1 was yours?
Episode
Mainly?
1, really? That's amazing.
That's okay. I mean, it's okay.
I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm just saying it's amazing how fucking much race dominates your goddamn life.
It's more about not a race, it's about representation. When you see something that actually connects with you.
That's a representation. That's race.
You know.
You see your race represented.
I wanted to see myself. If there's something.
Well, that wasn't you. That was Samuel L. Jackson.
Still.
I hate this guy, yo.
I really. Still.
Never no nickname. What about you?
It's actually very interesting.
Empire Strikes Back. I too saw it on TV. And I thought it was the craziest shit I've ever seen. You know, especially like, you know, then they show Boba Fett and the snow scene where they were freaking having that big ass battle. That shit was crazy. Like I saw that and I fell in love with it instantly. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. And then I found out, I was like, there's another one. You know, watching those. And not too long ago, I actually sat down to like really fully enjoy the entire series by watching like a full marathon of it. So
was Empire the first one?
Empire was the second one.
So you started. So you started with the first one, or you did?
No, I started with the second one.
You started with the second one.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That shit does happen though. When you get into something, the first one that you actually see tends to be your favorite because it's the one that got you into the series. Honestly, like me, it's the first when I got into Star Wars. Well, I didn't get into it, but like I liked it. But I started with the very first one.
Same. But like probably different from Redbeard here. I started with the first one. I loved the second one only because it was like it's the first time I've ever seen something where the bad guys literally won at the end. And like you never seen that in movies before, like especially heroic movies like that. And the good guys are always winning at the end. This dude lost, and he lost his hand. Mm-hmm. And then he found out that hardcore fucking shit about the killer of the galaxy being his father. Like that was some mind-blowing shit. But then, like after a while, the series or I guess the saga kind of like faded with me. Like I wasn't really too keen with Return of the Jedi very much. And even when Phantom Menace came out, yeah, Darth Maul was cool. For me, it wasn't very, I guess, it seemed too predictable. And then the second one was just nothing but a love story that just went wrong. And then it wasn't until Revenge of the Sith where it was like, oh shit, this is kind of like reminiscent to Empire Strikes Back. The bad guys are winning again.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the beginning when it first came out, they had a lot of animosity towards the third movie. But as the times progressed, the third movie got some better respect towards it. For me, the third movie kind of got me back into it. You know what I mean? It kind of reintroduced me to the saga all over again and made me want to like rewatch it from start to finish type thing.
You're talking about the Origin series?
No, I'm talking about the Return of the Jedi. I mean, Revenge of the Sith.
The episodes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. The actual third episode kind of made me like the series all over again because it kind of brought back certain aspects of what Empire Strikes Back had. Of course, the story was very convoluted and everywhere, but I mean, it still managed to tell its story and get it there in the way. People give the prequel shit so much.
Yeah. I think the reason why it was like that was because since the second episode was all just very somber, a crazy ass love story for the most part. They had to try to build something back up so that you can get to A New Hope where you're just like, oh, okay, I see where they went there.
Right.
I can respect George Lucas for. Am I muted?
No.
You're good.
I can respect George Lucas for creating the world, the entire thing. I think that's awesome. I can respect him for what he was trying to do with the prequel series. I just don't I don't think the execution was done well in terms of the prequel series. I could not get into the prequel series. I liked episode 4, 5, and 6. The first one is the one that I started with, and I thought, oh shit, this is cool. And then second one, Empire, is the one that was really like, yo, this is some special shit. I can't wait to see what happens in the third one. And then when I actually watched the third one, I, the goddamn what are those little bears called?
Oh, the Ewoks. Yeah, they ruined that
Yeah,
whole movie.
the fucking Ewok shit, and that's the shit that bothers me about George Lucas with his fucking like come on, let's take something seriously. You don't need to put mascots and everything. This nigga, the original mascots was those Ewoks. I can't really fault them though because that shit. Ewoks made him a shit ton of money.
That's the
in terms of
point.
merchandising and all this shit.
That's the fucking.
And then when it came to the prequel, this nigga. And then when it came to the prequel series, the fucking Jar Jar Binks was the big mascot, and that
went wrong.
But still, yeah. Honestly, I have never, and this is all I've watched all of these shits on TV. I have never gone to the theater to see anything Star Wars except for
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Because that shit was the truth, yo. That was like Vietnam in space.
I still have not watched that one.
What?
What is wrong with you?
I still have not watched Rogue One.
You gotta watch Rogue One, bro.
I saw Solo. I went to go see what was it? I think I saw the entire latest.
I know you're there. That's why I need you to
in,
back up, you
theaters.
bag. Sorry. Keep going. So there's some guy behind me. I'm trying to pull out, and he's honking his horn, and I'm like, no shit, nigga. I'm trying to move. Keep going. Ignore me. I love you.
Your audio is high, nigga. That's why you can't ignore you.
Right. Okay.
All right,
Anyway,
cool.
Keep going. Like Rogue One to me was like it gave a fresh take on the whole Star Wars all over again.
Yeah, it really did bring me back to the franchise, and I've always been a lot more interested in the world as a whole, especially when it came to smugglers and shit like that. Like that's really my favorite part of the world. The whole Jedi thing. If it was, I think Star Wars would be fucking perfect if the whole Jedi thing was like a secondary type of thing, like kind of in the background a little bit.
Stayed mysterious type thing.
Yeah, but like I know that's something that's not really, because the whole Jedi thing is like is kind of like a phenomenon with a lot of people. I just know that when it comes to Star Wars, there's so much more that can be appreciated instead of just Jedi shit.
Well, that's where they got the new movies. Movies and shows coming out, and even
Oh
when
yeah,
you
and
look
that's
at
the other thing too. Mandalorian came out, and that has brought I think that's brought a lot of people back into Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
because just the way they handle the Star Wars franchise is refreshing. It's not the way George Lucas would have done it. I think George Lucas is weird. Like he either does shit where it's mad childish or it's overly serious, and there was no fucking in between with that nigga. You
How
don't
do
think
you?
so? Cause with the prequel series, there was so much seriousness that was in it, and motherfuckers were talking weird, and the love story, it was all serious. But hey, let's throw in some comedy with Jar Jar Binks, and then with the original trilogy was kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't say the whole thing was childish, but it kind of was like very 80s kid movie. Like there was a lot of special shit that happened, like with the way they filmed. That broke open doors for a lot of filmmakers and everything. I can understand how that fucking movie, though that franchise is special for a lot of people. I just think the tone is kind of all over the place sometimes, and I like the way the Mandalorian series. Um, I like the way they handle the Star Wars thing. It seems a lot more like even if you're a kid, you can kind of get into it, but it seems to be more geared towards young adults and adults, and it's something that I can appreciate more.
Okay. All right. That's that. I mean, that's a fair point. Anyone else want to add to that?
well, you can thank Dave Filoni, John Favreau, and George Lucas for all that, because that's what's making Mandalorian what it is. It brought fans back, but I don't know. Star Wars, Star Wars sometimes rubs me the wrong way, especially when it came to Jar Jar Binks. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Who is this? Why is this?"
Why is Gamora?
Yeah, he was supposed to be the new mascot that was gonna make George Lucas a shit ton of money.
Just like
Wrong.
yeah.
Wrong.
You know what's weird? It's always funny. Like it's funny because there's always some type of has it, a creature or something that is, I guess, culturally black or some type of way, and it's always some bumbling fool or something else. It's always funny when they have these characters in these movies, and it never ceases to amaze me. You had it in Transformers. You had two in Transformers. Jar Jar Binks. There's a couple other ones, but you know.
Well, I thought you were talking about Star Wars in a whole because
Are you talking about the band too?
what band?
I mean, they had a what is it? Almost like a Jamaican band, and was it the most recent movies and shit? It's always
That's a Jamaican band.
It was always something. It's like it sounded very, what's the word I'm looking for? Rastafarian. If you want the way the music was, the way they were playing.
You mean Caribbean?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, pretty much. I said Rastafarian. I'm like, whatever. But yeah.
Isn't that like a following or like a religion or something like that?
Rastafarian, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always something in movies nowadays, and you know, it's
And it's
always
called comedy relief.
yeah, not fun.
A lot of people like to have that formula in their movies. You can't have a fucking. There are certain movies that have no comedy relief, but like those are like the movies where you walk out depressed and shit. But that's what the movie was intending to do. And then there are movies that a lot of movies that need comedy relief in them. Hey, Sir Wednesday, why don't you turn on your motherfucking high ass audio and tell us which one of the Star Wars movies did you really hit home for you that make you think that this was something that was special?
Oh wow.
That was that's
that
the
was the topic?
fan question. Yeah, the fan question.
Yes, you can thank
Okay.
our friend Dave Malone for that one.
Dave Malone. Is he Sam Malone's son? Because that Cheers was my shit. I was just saying. Uh, everybody knows your name. But I'm going to have to go with the thing that started it all. I'm going to have to go with A New Hope because that was Lucas had said he wanted to have a story that had the hero's journey model by like Joseph Campbell. And it's like the whole person gets into a situation, taken out of their comfort zone, has to find a mentor, lose the mentor, and then become reborn, which is what we got in A New Hope. Luke Skywalker was a fucking, he's in fucking a desert planet, fucking doing nothing, just chilling with his uncle and shit. Like, I'm nobody, I'm Luke Skywalker, la 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 la. And then niggas came out of the sky. You got the evil empire, which of course niggas would like shrug off if you're like a regular person. But then when he realized he could channel the force, and his father was a force, he came from something where he thought he was just a regular cog in the machine. And then with this newfound knowledge, he was able to go on an adventure, save a princess, fucking work with a pirate, fucking battle the empire. That sounds like the ultimate fucking summer vacation. And that nigga had it. And he was like, I was just fucking looking at all the sand all over the place. And now I'm a hero. I got a fucking lightsaber. Nigga, what is this? Any kid would love to be like that, to be like that chosen one kind of aspect. And I think the original trilogy had that. Only thing that fucking sucked is not saying that the prequel series didn't have it. It's just that we had our chosen one. But then, like Joel said, it was just way too serious for certain times. And then the new one, Force Awakens, rejuvenated. Everybody's like, oh shit, this shit's gonna be great again. We ain't gonna have no more fuckery. Because the only problem with the original trilogy was fucking the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. Otherwise, Return of the Jedi would have been the best one. But because niggas want to care about Care Bears and fucking Teddy Ruxpins that can fucking kill you.
Care Bears.
Niggas want to fucking throw out fucking our toy commercials like, give me money. Just make a good goddamn movie. Before the MCU, we had Star Wars, and Star Wars did their thing until they did with the last three. Well, the last two. Sorry.
Now, you know,
Rogue One was cool. Fuck, Solo was good. Fuck everything. I love you. Mandalorian. Yay. Mandalorian.
You haven't even started watching it yet.
Yeah, I didn't. You know why? I got my brother to give me his Disney Plus. I was gonna ask our boy Al Teron Robinson, but I didn't want to hike on this nigga because anytime I ask for his password and username, I always gotta be like, nigga, you got a Comcast.net. And then this and I egg it on so much, this nigga hangs up the phone. I'm like, nigga, you hung up? He's like, fuck you, nigga. Like, you using my shit. I'm like, you're right. I wouldn't want to behold the fucking Comcast.net email. But that's my nigga. I love him.
now the thing about the prequels, why they're so serious, basically, to a lot of people, especially you guys. They went so heavy with the politics because the politics is what drove the story more to make the Clone War happen.
Pretty
But they
much.
could have simplified all that shit really
Yeah,
quickly.
he didn't need to go so in depth with it.
He didn't.
That's the
Because
problem.
none of us cared.
Yeah. There was a lot of those fucking scenes that just dragged on. You're like, oh my God. Someone fucking take a lightsaber out and stab somebody.
Stab me through the screen, please.
You know what's crazy is that though I don't know which one of the prequels was it, but the prequels are the movies that established that fucking Star Wars aliens include E.T.
Oh, that was the second movie.
Yeah. There was a bunch of ETs at the consulate and shit.
Hey,
They exist in the same universe.
I mean,
Wild, bro. It's wild.
It is.
And that's the thing too. If you ever go back to and watch E.T. when they're fucking out with E.T. on fucking Halloween, and there's a little kid dressed as Yoda, and E.T. fucking like recognizes him. He's like,
That's crazy.
Well, thank you, David Malone, for that question. But I actually have a what happened?
I got one question, homie.
Okay.
Whose idea was it to send the scrub team and Mace Windu after the fucking Sith Lord? Because them niggas died in like 2 seconds.
It was Mace Windu's idea.
Rub
They
team.
had them
Wow.
sabers out, and they died like, I'm like, what are you doing? You knew this nigga was like the bad guy. Why did
You know what the
fucking
sad
do
part
that?
is? You know what the sad part about that is?
What?
Is that those were supposedly the best.
Ha!
And he killed those niggas in 10 seconds.
The best.
Not all of them were the best. Kit Fisto was he was good. He was great in his own right. The other ones were
That's why he
Say
died
that
on the
name
left.
again?
Kit Fisto.
What? Fisto?
I said that's why he died on the left.
That's his name.
You said
Hold on, man. Chill. His name is Fisto?
Yeah,
Kid Fisto.
yeah, Kid Fisto.
Oh, Kid Fisto.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't name it.
yeah,
What a
Fisto
name.
turned his foot in the ass, because that's what happened after that nigga took his sword out. Took that nigga in the ass and he died. Oh my God.
Yeah, they all got cut down by Sidious very easily.
Yeah.
And the nigga was sitting down. They let it happen. The fuck?
What kills me is that Sidious would have lost if Anakin wasn't there.
Sure would have.
Because Windu was just toying with him so bad.
Don't get me started on that motherfucker too. You have a sword made of burning light. Drop it on this nigga. Why are you raising it to the sky like you're calling for the powers of Grayskull? You ass.
He's just tearing this
Hey,
shit apart.
hey. Don't talk about Roundhouse's favorite goddamn character like that. Yo, I don't know why. I find it humorous in the prequel movie, but the scene where Anakin is about to cut off Dooku's head,
Yeah.
and then Anakin is like, "Should I do it?" And then Palpatine is like,
Do it.
Do it.
He's like, "Really? You do it." Oh God.
Yo, that's one of the most used memes ever.
Real.
Do it.
And T-shirts out of that shit.
That That is true. It was like such an awkward turn. The only thing that can rival that awkward turn was in Scarface when he was like, Tony, that's your sister? She's beautiful. Don't touch her. She's not for you. The only thing that comes close to that shit. Oh my God.
I'm still on that shit. Do it.
Do it.
Oh fuck. Okay. So since you guys have seen these movies, what do you? And this is just a movie aspect. What do you think was the best fight that you saw?
Shit.
Like number one best fight. Just the
movies.
Just the movies. I'm making it simple.
All right.
Because I know everybody hasn't seen all of Clone Wars, the series, and
all right,
all that shit.
For me, I'll go. For me, it has to be Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn and fucking
Obi-Wan
young
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. Has to be.
Dope fight. That was a dope fight.
Ray Park. Yeah.
I can't think of one in just the movies that comes close to the choreography. I was very impressed.
I have to say Anakin versus Obi-Wan in the third movie.
I was thinking the same.
That was an intense ass fight, and it was so close quarters a lot of the time. Until they did the whole hand thing and blew away from each other, and they were punching each other after that. It sucked after that. But before that, doing them damn twirls and like 2 meters in front of each other.
And that fucking scene, that part where he jumps on the platform. That part.
And I'm sorry though. Like, but see, that's the thing.
I was like,
Is that have a fucking martial arts background? So like when those two motherfuckers were just twirling the fucking lightsabers in front of each other and not doing anything, they're just twirling, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you accomplishing right now? That makes no sense. What the fuck?
True. But it was just that one. But if you look before that, there was a lot of good choreography in that one.
Yeah, little fucking what's his name? What's this nigga's name? The actor, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
When Ewan McGregor's little fucking hops when he would just yeah. Come on, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Do some actual training, you son of a bitch. I know you're pretty, but fucking.
I mean,
do
if
something.
I want to get real with it, really, a better fight than what you said is Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan after he kills Qui-Gon.
Okay.
Because when Obi-Wan got mad, yo, he got out that shit and ruined his life.
That was like the Jedi penalty box. That nigga just got to stay there, 5 for fighting. Just mad as shit. Like, as soon as this nigga let me out, I'm kicking him into the boards, this son of a bitch.
What about you, Roundhouse?
It's weird because it's like episode 3, the Obi-Wan versus Anakin is really like the top one for me, but honestly, like Yoda versus Dooku was pretty good. I mean, it's hard. I like that one. I like that fight because it's the first time you actually get to see Yoda fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool when you can just let CGI do all the work.
How else are you gonna do it? Jesus Christ!
I remember.
But you can't.
I guess. Damn, I wish we saw more fighting with Dooku versus Anakin in the second movie, but we didn't. So I mean, yeah, episode 3 was good. And to answer your question, the same Ray Park, as great as he is, did that fight with as Darth Maul. They all were like, except for Ray Park, like the choreography was done by Nick Gillard. So
To people who don't know who that is,
yeah,
explain who he is.
yeah, he is the choreographer for the Star Wars prequels. He's the one who did all the choreography to stuff with the swords. He's actually a martial arts and fencing, I believe. He has a big, large background.
Okay.
So he did most of the choreography for that. I think there was another choreographer for the episode 3 though that came in as well. Because there was if you look at how they're fighting, it changed up a little bit. So, but Nick Gillard's pretty much the man behind the whole lightsaber fighting thing.
I do have to give credit when credit is due with Liam Neeson, because he kept up with those boys, yo.
Bro.
Damn right, he was thinking about niggas.
Darth Maul got some black on him.
You know, Liam Neeson is the dancing freak.
I'm going to stab you, you red and black bastard.
He's red, Qui-Gon. You heard what I said.
What about you, man? No nickname.
Yep.
Well, I agreed with Craig that the Anakin versus Obi-Wan was it for me.
I don't think anyone could honestly say that any of the fighting in the original trilogy was any good, because all these niggas did was
it was very old school. It was very old school sword fighting. Like
niggas fought back in the day though.
Yeah,
but like sword fighting.
If I could say, I would say the fight between Vader and Luke was pretty intense. Not as intense with like style, but it was intense with
the sword play.
Episode, I mean,
with the sword play, yeah.
With which one? Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
the final fight with them two.
Why'd you put an S on the end of Empire Strikes Back?
Doesn't matter.
Empire Strikes Backs.
Doesn't matter.
Look at Sir Winston.
You're not.
When you said
you're
that,
not.
I thought about a nigga trying to sell me on taxes. Hey, I'll get you your money back. Empire Strikes.
But okay, so if I were to broaden the horizon with these movies into the TV shows,
I didn't even answer.
Oh, my bad. Go.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I know it's going for half the show, but nigga, let me answer.
Yeah. Answer.
All right, I'm gonna answer. Let's see.
Time's up.
Fuck you, nigga. It's Scene 38 reimagined. Boom.
What?
Scene 38 reimagined.
That makes no.
This nigga.
I mean, it was good. They should just repurpose that and then put that in the movie. But nah, it's Revenge of the Sith. The only gripe, and I say it all the time, is once they force pushed each other, that's when the fight like fizzled down a little bit, the intensity of it. And I do wish that when they were spinning the lightsabers around, motherfuckers could have been getting cut, like their fucking clothes could have got like burned or some shit to show the intensity of why they're swinging so hard for no reason.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's my fight right there.
Okay. So if I were to broaden the horizon instead of and be outside of the movies also.
Your horizon, but okay.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
Yeah.
Because Redbeard was saying, oh, just the movies, so I'm guessing you've seen some other stuff.
The only shit that I could think of that was impressive in terms of lightsaber fighting is fucking the trailers for that one video game. What was that?
Knights of the Old Republic?
Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Yeah.
That shit was
I
fire.
think the new those lightsaber fights were very impressive. I mean, it was all computer generated characters, but it showed you
Oh yeah.
the cool shit that you can actually do as a Jedi if they in terms of fighting, if they actually put it into like the movies. But for some reason, everybody's just does the same shit over and over.
You got a point with that one.
Facts.
Like there was a part, like there was like you never seen this in any of the movies. There was actually a scene where some Jedi bitch was about to get stabbed with a lightsaber, and she stopped herself from getting stabbed by force pushing the fucking tip of the lightsaber away from her. Like that's the kind of like that's the kind of cool shit that they came up with that you never saw in any of the movies.
But since it's like the old Republic, they don't do that shit later on in life. Like that made no sense to me.
Yeah, it was a weird thing to do to see, and it was not weird, but it was greatly appreciated seeing it. But then you don't see it later on in any type of Star Wars because it's the old Republic. It's been I don't know how many years removed.
And I'll say that that in the Mandalorian, even though he was just cutting up those fucking those cyborgs when Luke Skywalker was doing his thing, it was very stylish. It wasn't just and
Nah, he was like cut, spin, cut, twirl, cut.
and
like,
he was using force powers in
Yeah.
between too.
Yeah. Another one. When the fight between the magistrate and Ahsoka in the Mandalorian. That was cool. Whatchamacallit? What's his face? Danny No Santos's daughter. The one who was in was it the Game of Death? The Filipino martial artist.
Yeah,
His daughter was fighting Ahsoka in Mandalorian. That was pretty cool too.
yeah.
And it's
I've never got into the entire lore of Star Wars, but I had no idea that there was actually something physical, something material that can stop fucking a lightsaber beam.
right.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see. It was cool to see somebody using something other than a lightsaber to fight somebody with a lightsaber.
I mean, it's always. I mean, like you said, you don't get too far into the lore of everything, but there was a Mandalorian Jedi. When you get down, stories, yeah, there was a Mandalorian Jedi during around the, I guess, Old Republic.
Mandalore the Great. He was the first Mandalorian Jedi, and he made the dark saber.
Yep.
But I mean, you can look that up.
Yeah.
On your own later. But what I said, if you wanted to, but I know you won't. But but what I would like to see, like these movies were good, but what I would like to see in movie form is just if you're gonna do Jedi and Sith and don't want all the filler in it, just do movies about the old Republic, where there was thousands of Jedi and thousands of Sith, and they were in like war all the time.
That's a good point. Hey, there's so many books and stuff that they can go ahead and base things off of. I don't know why they haven't.
Because they're trying to create a shared universe, and they don't want to like venture off. But they also, I mean, they've introduced this new thing called the High Republic. I have no idea what this thing is. It's supposedly 200 years before Phantom Menace. And it's like basically at the end of the end of the, I guess, the golden age of the Jedi.
It's after the Old Republic, and it's the really golden age of the Jedi's, pretty much, and a lot of it is like the Jedi's are not spread out like the way you think they are. Like they're not spread out like that anymore. Like in the High Republic, they're just literally Coruscant and a certain amount of planets. It's
They don't
almost
look like a
literally like
ragtag group.
it's like your side, this side. It's really like the galaxy's on different sides of shit.
Okay, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for real. Like Disney seems to want to make this what'd you call it?
High Republic. But before you continue,
No.
the
No.
writers for Game of Thrones were writing for a new Star Wars movie, which was going to be the Old Republic, and then they left.
The writers for the show?
Yeah,
They had to.
yeah.
Who the fuck wants them doing it when those motherfuckers fucked up the entire Game of Thrones series? Do you know how big Game of Thrones was?
Yes.
And then with the way they ended it, Game of Thrones just dissolved into nothing. Like it's not even in society anymore. No one talks about it. Like fuck them.
They didn't have anything to fall back on. I mean, you think about it.
So anyway, when I was talking about Star Wars, it's like Disney seems to want to do this shared universe.
Yeah.
What is stopping them from doing Old Republic movies as an aside, the way they did with the Rogue One movie?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Because they're also trying to figure out what they can use. They're trying to figure out
what?
She's the head of Lucasfilm. She's like the top person in Lucasfilm, and it's a lot of things that.
Why did you say that name?
Kathleen Kennedy.
But why did you say that name? I don't understand.
You're asking a question. I gave you an answer.
So she's the one that says no side movies.
She's the one that's pretty much putting her legacy out there, if you want to be technical. Like if you look at the last Star Wars movies, Return of whatever the fucking, I can't even name it.
This is your opinion. This is not fact.
Not an opinion, dude. That's the thing. It's the difference between being an opinion than what is fact. It's not an opinion. The reason why those movies are bad is because Kathleen Kennedy put her own 2 cents and put herself in there. She's Rey. She literally wore a shirt that's saying the Force was female, when the Force doesn't have a gender. She's been a very problematic person when it comes to the Star Wars movies.
Am I the only one having trouble following this, or am I just crazy?
No, you just don't follow Star Wars.
No, she's like the head honcho in charge of the shit, and everybody hates her guts. It started when they did The Last Jedi, and they were like, "What the fuck was that movie?" And then when we got the last movie,
okay, so she's like that.
Johnson's fault.
She's like that. She's like that producer. She's like that producer for the Superman movie that wanted to put a giant spider in the movie.
Yeah, but yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Is this like seven things to Kevin Bacon? Like we got to go all the way back to the Superman guy with the spider.
I forgot his name.
But
Al knows it. Say it, Al. Go ahead.
Nope.
You say it all the time when we talk about DC shit.
No.
What's his name? I genuinely want to know. What's his name?
John Peters.
John Peters. Okay.
Anyway, but in when it comes to Lucasfilm, she has the most power out of the whole thing. Like,
she killed the side movies after.
She did. And the High Republic is something of her doing. Like, apparently, what's been going on around in Star Wars as well is that Luke Skywalker being shown during the Mandalorian apparently killed the High Republic's release. That's what's been going on, and now they're kind of like it's from what I understand, it's they're trying to get rid of, like, they're not going to do any side story with Luke and Grogu anymore.
Grogu?
Yeah, they're not going to do anything because they killed. It's a whole big thing. Like,
I didn't even know they were gonna do a side.
So, yo,
you can literally
but
go on
there's-
YouTube and type in. You can literally go on YouTube and type in Kathleen Kennedy and Mandalorian, and there's tons of people talking about it and how much she's really been putting her own stamp on in Star Wars.
That's not a rabbit hole that I'm gonna throw myself into willingly.
Don't.
But there's really no one who can just overthrow that bitch.
Not right
Or
now.
just tell her like,
the
go
head of
fuck
Disney?
yourself. Cause eventually John Peters was told to go fuck himself, and then he put his
Yes, he was.
he put his giant spider in Wild Wild West instead of Superman.
Yeah, but he did get that pet polar bear.
What the hell was that? What are you talking about?
John Peters wanted Superman to have a pet polar bear.
What is
Okay.
the Coca-Cola commercial?
And they put a polar bear in Man of Steel. He got
Man of Steel. Which one was Man of Steel?
Henry Cavill.
The current
First one?
Yeah,
Garbage one.
Okay.
Man of Steel ain't garbage. Shut the fuck up.
The garbage one?
All those DC movies are trash. I'm sorry.
Not all of them.
Haha.
Which one? All right, so which one is good?
Shazam.
Shazam was great.
The first one.
Go
Shazam
fuck
was a Marvel
yourself.
movie. Fuck you. I don't care
Yeah,
what anybody
Shazam
says.
was a Marvel
Shazam was a
movie.
Marvel
Fuck that.
movie.
It's still a DC movie. You can't even do that.
I didn't even like
fucking Marvel movie.
I didn't even like Shazam that much. Shazam was very kiddie to me.
It was
Well,
basically what Marvel is. They tried to
Yeah.
copy Marvel with that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And they got a
'Cause
better they got a better reaction
Marvel
out of
isn't
all the other movies.
Marvel kind of tends to have that kind of sense of humor, but I think Shazam was a lot more kiddie than.
well,
It had to be because it was with a
kids.
child. The child was the main character.
I mean, it
Well,
was
and
dealing with
also, I did say they tried to, because they failed. But
kids.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but it
Got a lot of
wasn't
money.
that wasn't part of
It did.
DC. Like
Shazam was
that's not like
successful. Wonder Woman was successful. Man of Steel, regardless of what Man of Nickname says, was successful. Now,
it
The
was trash.
first Wonder Woman might have been good. This new 1984
Wonder Woman was good.
was disappointing.
That's
well,
what
yeah, I'm
that's
talking about the
what-
first one. I ain't talking about 1984.
Wonder
What
Woman
is
was
that?
good.
Say it.
What was that?
Huh?
I don't know what that was.
disappointing.
So, yeah, but back to Star Wars. But yeah,
Star Wars. I couldn't.
No, we already answered fucking David Malone's question. We can
Yeah, we can
move on to Star
we can
Wars.
slide.
I mean, yeah. Well,
I mean, to be honest, we all know what, like, out of all of the DC movies, we all know which one's the most horrible.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, and
Birds-
Justice League.
All of them.
No, I know.
Besides Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman was good.
Birds of
I'm
Prey.
gonna give them
You
Wonder
think-
Woman.
You
I
think
like
the
Birds of Prey suck.
you think that Suicide Squad video game is gonna be any good?
That's
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
be fire. Hell yeah, that's just gonna be
Game-wise,
I
fire.
don't know.
game wise,
I think
That game is gonna be fire. Game wise,
You think so?
I think
I don't know. I don't know.
I had to see more because I think the way they're going with it, because they only showed a fucking cinematic trailer so
Yep.
far.
Yep.
I had to see some gameplay, and the way I think they're going with it is going to be all multiplayer. And if it's going to be an all multiplayer game, I don't think
Not
it's going to be
getting it.
successful.
Nope.
Well,
Because come on.
So was Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is multiplayer.
No.
No, but
Multiplayer
that's
as in it's gonna be one of
the
the
story. You could play by yourself.
no,
Yeah,
but
what are you talking about? Gotham
no.
Knight? What's
Hold
Gotham
on.
Knight?
Listen.
You don't know what Gotham Knights
Arkham
is?
Knight?
No, Gotham Knights.
You mean Arkham Knight?
no?
What the hell is
Knights.
Gotham Knights?
It's a new game that's coming out.
Yeah.
Well, nah. Well, then I don't give a fuck.
The Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I have a feeling it's going to be what Redbeard is thinking it's going to be, like this online multiplayer game.
Oh, like DC Online?
It better
Yeah.
not.
But
be.
though,
It better not
if you
be.
if you go no,
better
if you
not
go
be.
and watch if you go and watch the cinematic trailer, that's all they can do with that game. I don't think that there's gonna be a single player story mode to it. It's gonna be all multiplayer.
Because the way they say you can play it, it plays almost like how SOCOM used to. If anybody ever played SOCOM, you can switch between different people. Because it's like a 4-player team game.
Well, SOCOM had
It's gonna fucking be like fucking ultimate fucking what's that shit? Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
But
That's what I'm guessing.
SOCOM, you could play by yourself. I think this is going to be I think this is going to be multiplayer only. I think this is going to be like, it's going to be like a multiplayer only Avengers game.
Oh,
Ew.
and
That'd be
Avengers,
trash.
Avengers.
But that's what I was saying. It's like Ultimate Alliance, but ultimately you can have.
Well, no, Ultimate
up to 4
Alliance
players.
is different.
You could play with 4 people though, multiplayer, going against everything else.
Because they're not going to make a story where you kill the fucking Justice League. I'm sorry, they're not.
It says
Well,
it's
we
a
shall see.
action adventure shooter, open world based in Metropolis.
Open world.
And the game also features 4-playable cooperative multiplayer modes.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, that's Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance.
And then Gotham Knights is different because Gotham Knights has an actual story. You can play by yourself, or someone can jump into your game and play it.
You're playing with all the other extra people because it's about Batman. Batman dies.
Basically, yeah. Batman dies, and
now
you're just playing
Nightwing
these
and
extra
Red
people.
Hood and all the other niggas got to step up.
Yeah, basically. I bet you Batman shows up at the end of the
Of course.
Of the game.
Fucking shock.
Exactly. Everyone's saying, like, everyone who's making the game is like, no, he's actually gone. I'll be like, no, he's not. Just stop.
Did they walk
Is
up
there
and-
any?
No, then that nigga ain't dead.
But there's gameplay.
Is there anything you're really looking forward to in terms of like games coming up?
God of War.
I'm thinking I kind of need a reason to buy a PS5, and I have no reason right now.
God of War.
God of War. Ragnarok. God of War.
The new
Ragnarok.
God of War?
Yeah.
But is there an actual release date on that?
Yeah, March.
Okay.
That's literally the only thing I'm waiting for.
Horizon.
The only thing
Horizon
is the new set of Abe.
That's
Odyssey
Forbidden
games.
West, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's it. Just some Abe's Odyssey games coming out.
That new one, that's gonna be fire too. The new Apes Odyssey movie in the game, that's gonna be dope.
Yo, a lot of these indie
Ratchet and
games
Clank.
and these like games
Ratchet
from
and Clank is
old.
gonna be fire too.
Oh yeah.
I gotta look up what the fuck are you drinking, nigga?
Water.
Out of a fucking
Is he drinking that out of a box?
he's
Wait,
drinking
what?
it out of a one of those squeeze bottles.
What the?
That's me. Ignore that.
Yeah, but like God of War Ragnarok, fucking Ratchet and Clank, Odyssey. What was the other one?
I gotta look up to see what is coming out. A lot of that, but there's a lot of shit that's good, but like it's way in the future.
I was so waiting
Some of them
for.
are coming out next holiday season.
I was so waiting for Cyberpunk, and I'm so pissed, and I'm so glad I never bought it.
Good.
Yeah, it was a very big disappointment. They fucking. It was the last great video game company that was very good in terms of consumer, like thinking only about the consumer, and then they fucked up. started lying about the game, and then fucking they gave into pressure and put out the game before it was supposed to come out. Like, God, like I don't know how many goddamn companies are gonna make this mistake and fuck up their reputation and just keep doing the same things. Like, goddamn it, nigga, do you not see everything that EA does? Do you not see what fucking Ubisoft, how Ubisoft fucked up their reputation? The way BioWare was like up here with fucking fans, and now they're down here because of Anthem. Like, come on, guys, stop fucking around.
Which is EA.
Anthem was hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had so much potential. I was like, yeah. And then I started playing it. I was like, yeah.
A robot game. I was like, yeah, cool. And then
not even robot game. It's like the way they had it. They marketed it. It was like, yo, and it was at the height of Iron Man's fucking popularity. So
Yeah.
it's like, yo, it's basically an Iron Man game.
It's an Iron Man simulator, basically.
pretty much.
And they fucked it up.
Yep.
I was like, yo, this shit looks fire. And I fucking downloaded it and I was like, delete.
You know what's weird? Like I didn't buy it though. I was like, you know what's weird? I didn't buy that game, and I was kind of like, I don't know. It's EA, and I was right.
$5. I got it. In my car. No lie. Cause I don't pay for shit.
He got 5 on it.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I don't know if these companies are, these developers are gonna learn, because honestly, like the more you see things come out, the more you see things come out, they push them out without being finished.
The biggest problem is that developers are just not able to say no to the publishers.
True.
And it's the publishers that are the ones that make them put the game out before it's ready.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about all these motherfuckers that are doing this shit, from the niggas like the Watch Dogs one and the fucking Anthems and all this fucking shit. You guys remember that movie Dutch with fucking Ed O'Neill?
Oh my god.
You remember when that nigga said kiss my ass? And the kid asked him a question like, what are we doing? And the nigga just turned around and bent the fuck over. That's how I feel about all these fucking customers. They could just kiss my ass. Like Ed O'Neill. And kiss my ass. That's it. Fuck them niggas. I still played Anthem though. Actually, I started the system. I never pressed the button.
What a joke. What an asshole.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, these companies are they're not learning their lesson at all.
It's like I said, they be soft.
Not even just them though.
But everyone,
they be soft real hard.
Everyone is falling into it. That's fucking ridiculous. And that's the thing too, is like CD Projekt Red their reputation was like above all the other companies, just because they took consumer relations a lot more seriously than other companies, and then they fell into this shit.
Yeah, they were all about being transparent to the customers and all that other stuff, letting them know everything right then and there. And then this fucking piece of shit game.
Bro, they fucked up so bad that Sony took their game off of PSN. And that's never happened to anybody. That's never happened to a AAA game ever, nigga. Not to Ubisoft, not to EA. Nobody has ever had their game pulled from the fucking store. These niggas was like, nope, take that shit and throw it the fuck out. You fix your game, maybe we'll sell it again.
There's been some shitty games.
Which is weird because Ghost Recon
and they sell and there's a lot of shitty games on PSN.
Yeah. They're still selling.
It's weird. It's weird when you talk about Cyberpunk, because Ghost Recon Breaking Point was bad. Like I won't say worse than Cyberpunk.
Wasn't that
No,
bad though.
no,
And they
wasn't.
didn't, and wasn't that bad, and they weren't promising more
Exactly.
than what they actually delivered.
Yeah,
And
you're basing it a bad game versus an overall terrible thing. Like graphics weren't up to par from what they were showing everybody. The shit can only basically run on fucking PC for the most part, and
and
that's all they
even
kept
that
showing us.
was trouble.
Yep.
And they lied with the gameplay that they showed live to millions of people.
Playing it
And
on a
promised
PS4.
every
Suck
little
my
thing.
asshole, bro.
And they promised every single thing, and they failed on every fucking promise. That is horrible. That's worse than having a bad game.
Yeah.
You're a horrible company by doing that.
Thanks.
Yeah, EA.
No. See, people don't even trust EA no more. That's just whatever.
Niggas trusting EA in the first place? I don't believe that. That's not real.
No, but like now you got some of these like other companies that some people haven't heard of, or maybe they've been around. It's just that they haven't made a lot of things, and people are giving them a shot, or that's why all these like games that nobody's ever heard of, they're coming out, and people are like, oh, these games are good, and they're like kind of veering away from the ones that everybody used to trust.
Oh.
I mean, indie games are like better than these AAA games half of the time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the niggas that were getting mistreated by these big motherfuckers, they said, fuck it, I'd rather just go and make the games I want to make with these motherfuckers, because at least they got heart.
Earlier at work, we were talking about how shitty the Cyberpunk ended up being, and this one dude was like, yo, watch GTA 5 versus Cyberpunk 2077. He was like, look at how much shit Cyberpunk missed the ball and GTA didn't. And GTA is like a 10-year-old game. GTA 5 is like
still going strong. It's still
still going strong.
It really is.
And people, and like the GTA fans, they're fucking toxic as hell. They're like, to bring out GTA 6, blah blah blah, this and that. It was like, no, if we're still making money from 5, we're gonna keep on going with 5.
They just came out with that new expansion.
Yeah. My nigga's paying that right now. He's streaming on his shit, and he's always on GTA. I'm like, yo, my nigga, what you playing GTA? It's either GTA or fantasy stuff, but he's killing it.
I can't play the online shit, but the game was great.
That nigga lives to troll niggas. He just be watching niggas like, okay, you about to fuck up, and then he just fucking gets them. In true GTA fashion.
But it's like, you promise you make these big promises. Like, for instance, okay, I don't know if anybody here has played Death Stranding. No?
Yeah, never got a chance to.
Now, it's literally a glorified game about being a postman. That's literally what it is, a delivery boy.
So it's a Kevin Costner movie?
In a way.
Simulator.
Why you fall down, Al?
It's literally a glorified like delivery boy game.
So it's Paperboy.
Yeah, it's Paperboy. You even have a bike. You even have a bike.
Trying to get that Paperboy. Anyway.
But it's like, it's not what people expected it to be, but it still ended up making a shit ton of money.
Did you pay?
Why you say? Because Kojima made that shit.
Oh, did you pay money for it?
No. I didn't.
I'm just making sure.
I had someone else pay for it, and I just stole it from them. But
a scammer, eh?
Nah, but I don't know what to say to like this year of games. There's nothing really
year?
out there that people are really looking for.
You stick to what you know, and that's it.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
It's true.
All I'm saying is Sony got a lineup that's coming out this year and next year, and that's pretty much where it's fucking at because Microsoft never has fucking shit.
They keep bringing out reruns of like Gears and Halo.
Oh
and
my
shit
god,
like that.
I'm waiting for Gears, bro. Gears 5 should end it. To be honest with you, if they continue and come out with a Gears 6,
a while ago.
But I've said that shit from the beginning. That's why I'm not an Xbox guy, man. There's not enough first party shit. Xbox is good for third party shit, and then their first party shit is very lackluster. That's why PlayStation is so much better.
Yeah, when Gears goes away, and they're not gonna make another Halo. I'd be fucking jumping the shark at that
I
point.
bet you they do.
They are coming out with another Halo.
They are coming out with another Halo. Yeah, they are.
And the fucking gameplay had glitches in it. The beta gameplay that they showed everybody had fucking glitches in it. It was trash. It was supposed to be a launch title.
That shit.
It was supposed to be a launch title with the Series X,
Yep.
and it came out trash.
I wouldn't have got it though because I'm kind of done with Halo.
I tell you what though,
after Halo 4, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I tell you what though, Microsoft made a very good investment in terms of buying up Bethesda, because now they have exclusive rights to what does Bethesda put out? Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
I love those fucking Wolfenstein.
That is Bethesda Wolfenstein, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And those are like guaranteed sellable games.
They're fucking great. That's why.
The last Wolfenstein tanked though, because
so did the last Fallout.
New Blood.
I don't know.
Yeah, New Blood. New Blood was kind of like New Blood. That's when I'm not talking about Wolfenstein 2. I'm talking about the offshoot that was supposed to bring in some money, but it just wasn't as good.
A lot of people.
Fallout 4 though. Fallout 4 made
not 4.
Money
Fallout, not 4. 76.
Oh yeah, 76. I don't even think about that goddamn game.
I'd rather play the little app game that they have, the fucking Fallout Shelter.
Me too.
Fallout 76.
That shit is actually fun.
See?
My fiance loves playing Fallout 4 way better than 76. The moment she found out with 76 that it's turned into more of like a online type playing, she's like, nah, I need to play with my mods and have like God mode.
Yeah, I mean Fallout.
Vegas was for me, bro.
There's still people playing Fallout on Fallout 76. It has a large community, which is kind of crazy. You would think that even with
that community is just a bunch of niggas that's trash.
Yeah, like the flat earthers. They have a community, but nobody thinks that they're right.
Yeah, I mean they're still playing. There's fucking tons of people that are still on that shit. You go to Twitch, you see how many people are playing.
Oh, yeah, they're still playing.
Roundhouse, what are you streaming these days?
I just got back. So Call of Duty, Cold War, Division 2, and Fridays will be my fighting game Fridays. So depending on what fighting game I play.
Fighting games?
Yeah.
Fighting game Friday?
What fighting games? What fighting games are there that's like Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat 11, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken's still alive.
Tekken ain't going nowhere, bro. Neither is Street Fighter.
Yeah, no, 6 is coming out later on this year.
Tekken Cross
I'm waiting
can
to
fucking
see.
go somewhere.
What happened?
I said Tekken Cross Street Fighter can fucking go somewhere though.
For real, but it's never coming out, even though they announced it.
You know, it's weird. They never announced it
coming out.
Because
Street Fighter Cross Tekken did not fucking do well, so they said fuck that.
That shit was hot garbage.
What's that? I said, fuck this game. He ducked under it. I'm like, kiss my ass. I got that nigga dead to This game's ass.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that they put Akuma in the Tekken 7. So this is almost like a test run to see how well Street Fighter characters can be in
He's
Tekken.
probably garbage.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
they did that already. It was
He's actually one of the top tier characters in the game.
Of course, niggas spamming him. Guaranteed.
No, not even that. Just his combos. Is not even a Duke.
Spamming them damn combos. Yo, what up, yo? Ghost of Tsushima, bro. We need to get the group back together.
Get the band back together, yo.
They got the raids
yeah.
now, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Fucking-
right.
Fucking man with no nitnicks, fucking PS4 finally got fixed, so now we can get back on that shit.
Yep.
I actually have to send my fan back in.
The fucking shit.
I've been waiting to have a little money together so I can send it back because for some reason it started sounding like it's fucking I'm at a fucking construction site. So
Damn.
I was like, where the fuck did that come from? I think it was probably from the move and shit. So I'm gonna open it back up, take it out, send it over, and have them send me a new one. It has a lifetime warranty. So.
It must sound it. I'm gonna say that it must sound different because that's a common thing with fucking PS4s. Every fucking PS4 sounds like a goddamn jet engine.
Well, it's two things. It's the fan being extremely fucking dirty, and then also the console being dirty. Now, where I was living at, it was high traffic for fucking dust because I was right next to the highway. So it was fucking disgusting. So dirt would build up quick as hell. I always had to have that shit like on deck. And since all my shit was in the basement, it collected even more fucking dust. So yeah. And then after a while, when it just stopped working, it just sat there and just collected dust until it was over.
What the hell is that sound?
So now I gotta open it back up now, clean it out.
Oh, by the way, I play Soul Calibur as well.
Soul
Calibur. Damn, I haven't played Soul Calibur in a minute.
They still making that shit. I remember I used to love it. Soul Blade.
Namco Bandai. You know what? I've never heard Namco Bandai have any kind of fucking problems though.
No, they're always legit with this shit. Yeah, they're always legit with this shit. You know what's funny?
Those are the motherfuckers who put out fighting games, the 3D fighting games, and like the anime games.
That's true. Can't go wrong with that shit. You, man, whole nickname. When you talk about Tekken versus Street Fighter, I was like, you know what's funny? I think that's probably gonna be the new thing. For several years, I've been trying to figure out what the next Pulaski Skyway is.
Oh boy.
Get that back.
And I think that might be the thing. I think it's Tekken X Street Fighter because we thought, oh yeah, Street Fighter X Tekken. All right, it's okay. Nobody really wants this. This is like playful, and then throw this shit back. But we were waiting for the other way around for like the longest. When was that supposed to be? What was that, like 7 years ago?
Nigga, yeah, it's never coming out.
Correct.
They're not even thinking about that shit.
It's the American Dream Mall.
Well, that's open now.
But
barely. It's
but
still
it
a
fucking
ghost
took
town.
like 20 years for them shits to fucking open. It kept switching from fucking owner to owner.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it ain't even completely open because they don't even have a lot of they don't even have stores in there hardly.
Well, that's because of COVID.
A lot of stores left.
They opened right before COVID, so that's why.
Yeah, a lot of stores left too because they don't have the money for it now. So
yeah, the investors of the mall like left. Some of them left.
They had a bunch of different investors. The main investors now, the owners, are the people who own the
American Mall,
the Great American Mall in fucking Minnesota.
Yeah, and they're making another American Dream in, I believe they said in Miami, Florida.
I'm pretty sure that'll be done faster than this one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right, because it's not gonna be in New Jersey, and everybody know these niggas don't fucking.
Procrastination level me.
It's our street. Can't visit this nigga because every time I want to go there, it's like They're building a hyperray to fucking SpaceX and some stupid
A
shit.
hyperbolic time chamber and shit.
They have ski slopes open in there though right now.
Yeah, they got the ski slope. They got the big pool. They got the water slide. Most of those stuff is open. But stores in there, there's some stores that are open.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty trash.
Even the places where stores were supposed to be, they kind of just made a whole big white wall. So
it's more boutiques. That's why it's not like an outlet center or anything like that. It's more of a fucking boutique.
That mall is trash.
Everything is expensive as hell.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the American dream. Dream about getting this shit because you ain't gonna get
it.
Oh man.
But I feel that is the end of our show for tonight.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yay!
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your shirt is green.
Oh.
All right.
I see colors.
But yeah, that'll be the end of the show tonight, folks. Thank you for watching, and David Malone, thank you for the wonderful question that you gave us earlier to answer. I hope those answers were satisfactory for you. But anyway, you can like, share, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also reach us on the telephone number, which is 973-370-3115. And you can reach us on these platforms right here.
Has anyone called that fucking number?
No, but I mean, but it's whatever.
It's not like it's costing us a dime.
But here's the thing. We answered a fan's question. So hopefully you guys out there will start asking us questions. You can either leave them down in the comments below on our Instagram or give us a fucking call.
When we start doing the show live, then we can fucking ask for fucking phone calls. Who the fuck is gonna call us when when we're not on?
They could leave voicemails.
They could, and they could text, and they could challenge Roundhouse.
My phone hasn't ring since.
Nobody does because they're scared.
Right.
Oh, they scared of the challenge.
Yeah.
Roundhouse.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna find niggas to challenge you, and they gonna call that number, and I'm gonna have them say it like old school wrestling promos. I'm coming up to Roundhouse. You can open up the door. You know this shit.
We coming for you, nigga. Oh.
We coming for you, nigga.
But hey, yeah, guys, if you want to fight Roundhouse every Friday for Friday Fight Night, you can go to twitch.tv/HeroRoundhouse84.
We would fucking love that, guys. If you would fucking go in and beat the shit out of Roundhouse and put more white hairs in that nigga's beard. Look at that shit. Turn this nigga into the Black Santa Claus.
Already was Black Santa Claus.
Oh man.
Oh, I got a picture of him as Black Santa Claus. I'm gonna show it too.
You know what's funny?
Already was Black Santa Claus.
On Rhode Island, I got a video that I haven't used of this nigga playing fighting games. I'm gonna make that his promo for his fucking Friday Night Fight Night. Put that shit up. Just for you
with the Guile theme in the back.
Guile theme? Fight Night. What's that?
We had to stop playing this nigga in real life because the motherfucker wouldn't fucking he wouldn't give in to like the punishments that we would put on. Like, all right, if you lose this match, you got to do 2 push-ups. This nigga owes like 180 push-ups to this day.
Owes 309.40 push-ups. I'm gonna start you W. Loretta nigga.
I didn't know shit because I didn't agree to it.
Yeah, you did. I was there for one of those, yo.
I didn't agree to shit. I was like, okay, y'all do that. Cool, man. Be my guest.
Motherfucker, you agree to it when you fucking play the game. We were like, yo,
I don't remember
playing.
That. I don't remember that.
We're playing the game.
Contract.
This nigga was like double or nothing, and then he didn't do a goddamn push-up.
Exactly.
I don't remember any of that.
I
Exactly.
didn't say double or nothing.
I don't
Yeah.
remember any of that.
You can go to Vegas and try to do that shit. See how fast your legs get broken, motherfucker.
Oh, I lost that. Nah, give me my chest back, dog.
But yeah, check me out on Saturday for Saturday Night Nightmare. I don't know if you're going to. Are you going to do it this week for Friday
Huh?
for WandaVision?
Who the hell are you talking about?
I'm down.
Talking to a man with no nickname.
I'm down if I get enough sleep.
If you don't, it's all right. Al didn't make it before, even though he says, "Oh, I'm always up."
No, I didn't.
He didn't make
I had
it.
no fucking internet.
He's
Oh
always
yeah, that's right. He didn't have
Oh,
internet.
wait,
that
that's right.
Yeah, he got that Comcast. Ooh.
And on that note, we're gonna say good night, everybody.
All right. Later.
that nigga gonna text me like, "Why you do that?"